All right, Ethereum is merging, but are you going to make money with it or the money was already made? That's the question we want to answer in this video because that's fucking important what's happening on Ethereum. It's merging, it's going to Ethereum 2.0. So just to give you an idea, the old Ethereum do 15 transactions per second, and we're going to be now at 100,000 transactions per second. And yes, the arm of the microphone is really bothering me here, but that's really interesting what they're doing. And we're going to see what can we invest or not, because it's happening really soon. It's happening in 1 day and 23 hours. And you can just Google it. And now it's just 2 days. So it varies. But in 2 days, on the 14th of September, actually it's going to be 15 then. On the 15th of September on my time zone, which is Bangkok time zone. But who cares about that? Anyway, you should care, unless you're fucking twat, about the merging of Ethereum. This is the biggest event in cryptosphere since probably 1992, because you know what happened in 1992? I was born, and there was about 10 people in the room when I was born. And I'm probably going to be more people when Ethereum merge, a lot more. And that's really interesting because Ethereum is moving from proof of stake to proof of work. So actually it does the opposite. It's moving from proof of work to proof of stake. This video is really not starting well. So Ethereum was doing proof of work, which is a lot of geeky guys that build big computers and put a lot of graphic cards in it, which pissed off the gamers. We are also geeky and also simps. And they're like, hey, but we can't play the games because we can't have the graphic card because the guys are making money with the graphic card. Yeah, anyway, so you put a computer, big computer, you plug a lot of graphic card, and then it does calculation to validate the transaction. And now we switch to proof of stake, which is just nodes, and you stake your Ethereum on it, you stake it, and it runs like that. And then you get money paid for that on both sides. You get more money here because you had more cost, but you're still going to get money here. So that's a really interesting thing. But if you want to understand pretty much in a visual way, before we had Ethereum, which was just one highway, and now we're going to be with 63 more new lanes on this highway. So that's going to make it a lot faster and a lot more efficient, because all those transactions per second, it's just going to make it a lot cheaper to run stuff on Ethereum. They're just going to make it a lot easier. So you're going to be able to send the stuff, and then everything's going to be easier. Everything's going to be easier. And still, it's something incredible they're doing. Because actually, if you want to follow live, I would recommend to go on this website. Beacon Chain, they're going to show you when it's live, when it's happening. Now they say 14 September, but as we know, I'm recording this on the 13th, but depends which time zone. Anyways, we can see pending validators so far, almost 800. So that should be fine. That should be fine. And then once we switch, but now there is a risk that it doesn't work. There is a risk that there is no switch. So what should we do? Are we going to invest or not? We're going to base this on a few calculations. First, I want to see for investors what you can do, what is important for you. And then we're going to see for entrepreneurs and developers what is important for you in this bloody update. In this bloody update of Ethereum 2.0. It's more important than your iOS update. Trust me. Trust me. I hope so. So anyway, today Ethereum prints, 13,000 Ethereum per day. That's the inflation. That's what we call inflation, okay? And then tomorrow we're going to switch to 1 to 2,000 per day. And that's going to go to network validators. So if you are network validators, you're going to pocket a little bit of that money. Plus the gas fee will burn every block. Gas fee will be burned. Some gas fee will be burned every block. So there's less Ethereum in circulation. Now you understand offer and demand. If there's the same demand, but the offer lower, we make money. We make money. That's how it is. That's as simple as that. So now, what we need to know is what is going to be the total inflation. It's going to be the block emission minus the gas fee burnt. Inflation, it means there's more Ethereum print than Ethereum burnt. Block emission is bigger than the number of Ethereum burnt. And in deflation, the block emission is inferior to the gas fee burn. So first of all, for investors, that's really interesting. That's really interesting because it means that we are going to be on something that's going to be printed, that it's divided by 10. It's divided by 10 directly. Plus it can be even more. It can be deflationary. So there's two things that are right. That's for sure going to be a good thing if it works. If the merge goes on, I just don't see how Ethereum price will not go up. Because you have to understand that people are still using Ethereum. With Ethereum, you can use the decentralized finance. You can use some NFTs. You can play some shitty games on it. You can run some smart contracts that are totally useless. You can run some MLM scam that bring nothing but tears to some people and Lamborghinis to the owners. But that's how life works in crypto. So anyway, for the two first cases, that's really interesting. Because it means like people are still using DeFi. People are still passing orders. People can still use Uniswap to exchange some token from one to another without going through a centralized exchange. And that's what is important, because before it cost like $50 to $100 to do a transaction, and it was too much for a lot of people. But not for the rich kids. The rich kid, they don't give a fuck about that. If you invested early in crypto, nobody gave a fuck about that. So that's going to open the door to a lot of people for that. And that's what is really interesting. So if it works, the merge, the price should go up, same as we see it with the halving of Bitcoin. And then of course there's other elements that comes in, because what we want to know, and that's going to be like in the invest or not, we're going to see, is it priced in or not? Because quickly I want to check for entrepreneurs and developers, this is a massive opportunity. This is a massive opportunity. So many things can be built after that. Everything that we were thinking, but it's going to cost too much on the blockchain to work like now, is going to be easy. It's going to be easy. It's going to be cheaper. It's cheap as cheap. That's it. That's what it is. And then there's so many apps you can build for it. And I think for myself, I will focus first on whatever is related to finance, to investments, things like that. And also games, because games with money on Ethereum, on blockchain, it's just amazing. It's super addictive. It's really addictive because you can win a little bit of money when you play some stupid games. So it's a massive casino. It's a worldwide casino. That's how I see it. And also for the part of decentralized finance and things like that, for me, I think something that's going to be interesting is building some crypto index funds. I already built that, but it's using exchanges, centralized exchanges. So if someone wants to build that on decentralized exchanges, you contact me and maybe we will get in touch to do it. Now, should you invest or not? Let's hear what Vitalik has to say about it, because that's an interesting guy. So Vitalik say it's not priced in. That's what we want to know. The most important things when you do investment is like, is it priced in or not? It means, does the price reflect already what's going to happen or not? He says not priced in. Vitalik says not priced in. And if Vitalik has some big argument, if you saw some memes going around. So he say is not priced in. And then there's another guy, Arthur Hayes. Anyway, the guy who was behind BitMEX during 2017, CEO and co-founder of BitMEX. Really interesting guy. And actually, he published a few reports. For him as well, it's not priced in. It's not priced in because there's few things that makes that it's not priced in. People are not interested in crypto now. First thing. Second thing, a lot of people don't know about the merge. They're ignorant about it. They don't know. If you're a good person, you're going to share this video to your friend. But if you're not a good person, why would you do that? That's the second point. It's third point. So I say, all right, people are not in crypto. And some people don't believe in the merge. Like, I heard about the merge since 2017, probably. And I'm like, yeah, we know it's not happening. And now it's so strange because it's happening. It's happening. There's chance that it doesn't work. So the chances that it doesn't work, actually, people say it's around 95% chance that it's going to work. Honestly, I can't give any value to this number or any ideas. I heard like a lot of people who are close to some developers who are like really technical about this. But the thing is, developers are always optimistic. That's why we hear about the fucking merge since 2017 and it didn't happen yet because they did a lot of testing and that's a good thing actually. I prefer that they delay it and it's going to be good than it's not going to happen. If it's not priced in, that's a good thing. That means we still have an opportunity to take a decision to invest today or not. So there's two cases you can use. Actually, Arthur runs few scenarios. It depends if, all right, I think he stated it at the beginning. So he runs few scenarios. It depends if the Fed pivot, the Fed don't pivot, and successful merge, not successful merge. Plus event, plus, minus, plus. He runs all of those. So if the merge doesn't happen, merge doesn't happen and the Fed doesn't pivot, we could suffer a 31% drop. If everything were Fed pivots and we get a successful merge, we could go at 5,000. Otherwise, we go at 3,005, 2008. Anyway, there's based on these calculations, 76% chance that we win, and then the amount is good, and then the loss is not that bad. So personally, actually, I just placed an order a second ago. I think we can see it here, my order history. I just bought for 6,700 of Ethereum. That's the fucking nothing. But I plan to put more Bitcoin. But what I want to do, so, because for me, there's clearly an opportunity. Of course, every opportunity comes with a risk. There's a risk that it goes down. There's a risk that it goes really down or it goes like way up. But as you always, for every opportunity, you wait like home. Is it more chance that it goes up or more chance that it goes down? Nothing is 100% sure in investment. That's one thing. Another thing is if it happened, man, so many people are going to go homeless. I would hate to be like a Binance Smart Chain or Binance evangelist guy, because the only argument they had was like, we have cheaper fees than Ethereum. And then after it was just all copies. So we could see some capital flowing from those different blockchain to Ethereum. Some people even think about a flip, that Ethereum become the biggest crypto by market cap. But honestly, I still think that Bitcoin is going to be good for this. Same Cardano or fuck off. Ugly NFTs. Sometimes I wonder, I sit down and I wonder, is it like Cardano people were like supporting it? They're not the most beautiful people in the world, but the NFT they produce, wow, that's some of the ugliest in the world. So maybe there's a correlation. Maybe, I don't know. Solana is the same. Solana is the same stuff. Like they don't have much upside compared to Ethereum 2.0. There's, from what I know, I might be wrong, but I don't see the point. So when I see those chain pumping up now, I don't get it. And then unless, if the merge doesn't happen, probably they would go up. They would go up, but not directly. So what a good thing could be to just wait for the merge. You wait for the merge happening here, and then at the time it goes on, if it works, you push some capital. And then you should be good. You should be good because clearly we saw that the production's going to drop. We still have the same usage. And probably some people are going to get interested in crypto again. We don't know. But that's my take on it. I kind of agree with Arthur because he did tons of research and then makes the video a lot easier for me. I really recommend you to read his stuff. It's good. And so as you saw, I invested in. I'm going to be live, probably in French though, doing the merge. And if it goes on, we push more capital in and then that's it. The Lamborghini they told me about, might finally have it. By that time, we're probably going to have electric Lamborghinis, which would not make that much sense. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. And tell me what direction you're going to take. And you can drop a thumbs up. Tell me, you buying, you selling, or you doing fuck nothing? That's what we know.